He killed a family of 4. Then he opened their fridge, ate their ice cream, and fell asleep on their couch. The bodies were still in the house. Police found his DNA, his fingerprints, his blood. More evidence than almost any case in history. 246,000 officers worked this investigation. Over 1 million DNA tests ran. 25 years later, no name, no face, no arrest. He's still out there, right now, living a normal life. This is the Setagaya murders, the most psychologically disturbing unsolved case you've never heard of. Their neighborhood had grown unusually quiet by the year 2000. City planners had slowly bought out surrounding properties, leaving just 4 houses standing near Soshigaya Park. The Miyazawas were one of those remaining families. Mikio, 44, was a diligent businessman. His wife, Yasuko, 41, tutored neighborhood children from their home. Their daughter, Nina, was 8 years old. Their son, Rei, had just turned 6. By all accounts, they were ordinary, warm, deeply unremarkable. The kind of family that exists in every city in the world. That ordinariness made what happened next feel like a violation of something fundamental. There was nothing unusual about December 30th for the Miyazawas. Mikio sat at his computer after dinner. Yasuko wound down after a long day. Little Rei had already drifted off to sleep. The house was warm and still. Outside, Tokyo glittered. Somewhere across the city, fireworks were being prepared, celebrations planned. The Miyazawas had no reason, none at all, to feel afraid. The window at the rear of the second floor faced the empty darkness of Soshigaya Park. No neighbors close enough to notice. No one watching. It was the perfect edge of the world for someone who needed to go unseen. He came prepared. The fish knife was his own, brought deliberately, not found opportunistically. He entered through the second-floor bathroom window, using the park's darkness as cover. Police believe Rei was first. The boy was strangled in his sleep and likely never woke. Then the killer moved through the house with the knife. Mikio, Yasuko, and Nina were each stabbed. During the attack, the killer was wounded, significantly. He bled. He stopped. He used bandages from the family's own first aid kit, pressing sanitary napkins against his wounds to slow the bleeding. And then he did not leave. This is the part that investigators have never been able to explain. After the murders, the killer moved through the house as though it were his own. He went to the kitchen and opened the refrigerator. He ate 4 small containers of ice cream. He drank barley tea. At 1:18 in the morning, he sat at Mikio's computer and went online. He rummaged through drawers, dumped paperwork in the bathtub, and reportedly stretched out on the living room sofa. He used the downstairs bathroom and did not flush. He was not panicked. He was not rushing. He was entirely, disturbingly calm. When investigators processed the scene, they found evidence on a scale rarely seen in criminal history. His sweatshirt, light gray with purple sleeves, was one of only 130 sold across all of Japan. His jacket was Uniqlo. His shoes were size 11, manufactured in South Korea, never sold in Japan at that size. 2 black handkerchiefs carried traces of Dracar Noir, a French cologne. He had dressed carefully. He had scented himself before coming here. From his blood, police confirmed his type, A positive. From that same blood, DNA would eventually reveal something far more unsettling about who he might be. As forensic technology advanced in the years that followed, investigators returned to the killer's biological material. What they found reshaped the entire investigation. His maternal ancestry traced to Western Europe, specifically the Mediterranean region. His paternal ancestry was East Asian. That combination, in Tokyo in 2000, was extraordinarily rare. Sand collected from his abandoned clothing matched samples from California. His shoes were made in Korea. His DNA pointed west. 3 separate data points, genetic, geographic, material, all suggested someone with roots far beyond Japan. The question investigators began asking quietly, carefully, was one that made governments uncomfortable. Was this person connected to a military presence on Japanese soil? What followed became one of the largest criminal investigations in Japanese history. Over 246,000 officers worked the case at some point across 25 years. More than 5 million fingerprints were collected and compared. Over 1.3 million DNA samples were tested against the evidence. Every year, police return to the neighborhood and distribute flyers at local train stations. They display a mannequin dressed in the killer's exact abandoned clothing, the sweatshirt, the jacket, the hat, hoping someone will remember. Japan abolished its murder statute of limitations in 2010, a legal shift driven significantly by this very case. The reward stands at 20 million yen, still unclaimed. Consider what it means to kill 4 people, 2 of them children, sustain serious injuries, and then decide that the night is young. Behavioral profilers who have studied this case describe the post-murder behavior as dissociative, characteristic of someone who had emotionally detached from the humanity of others long before that night. He did not experience the house as a crime scene. He experienced it as a space, his space. The ice cream, the computer, the sofa, these were not the acts of a panicked man. They were the acts of someone who felt, in some profound and broken way, entirely at home among the dead. The Miyazawa home no longer stands. The lot is empty, swallowed by the park that was always coming. But across Tokyo, inside police boxes and on community boards, a poster still hangs. A composite image of a man who has no verified name. He would be in his 40s now. He has lived 25 years of mornings and evenings and New Year's. Somewhere, he exists. The Japanese police say they will never stop looking. The reward remains. The case file stays open. And every December 30th, officers return to that empty ground to remember a family that deserved better. The killer is still free. Right now. Tonight.